Oh, there we go.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
let's go. Yes, sir.
What's going
Mario
on,
is
big
in the
homie?
building. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. I'm
That's
doing
what's
real
up.
good,
That's
man.
what's
It's
up.
nice and sunny here in LA. Just been
Hell yeah.
kicking it
Hell
right
yeah.
in.
That's
Working from
awesome.
home.
Oh,
You know the
I gotta
vibes.
get this out the way. We live with Mario. All thanks to Jack Daniels. Even
Oh, see,
though,
yeah, Jack Daniels, that's the devil. That was my first. That was the first drink I ever drank.
oh, for real? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is right. This is good. This
Nah,
is
if
good.
I
We
drink
drink
dark, I'm only on
responsibly.
1942 and
Hell
like
yeah.
Hennessy
Hell
or
yeah.
something like that. Turn your mic up some more, bro.
Oh, all right. All right. Let me see. Let me make sure. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So
What's up, everybody?
before I get into everything you got going on, how you've been doing during quarantine, I gotta say thank you, man. I really gotta say thank you. Because in middle school, if you liked somebody, you sent them a mix CD, right? And it was kind of an unspoken rule that like you don't put the same songs on the follow-up CD for shorty. But there's like 3, maybe 5 songs you could do that with, and probably all of them are yours. Like Crying Out for Me, Eat, like you go into whatever
Thank you,
dance
bro.
you want,
Thank
but
you.
that's on the CD, man.
Appreciate
Let
you,
Me
bro.
Love You, Easy. So I just you really held it down for me back in middle school, bro. Like that.
Nah, man. I mean, those were the golden times of R&B. You know what I'm saying? And music, and like when R&B was like finally finding its voice again. I feel like the early 2000s, it was a lot of like, yo, what's the next sound of R&B? You know what I'm saying? And when I came out with my first album, that was like, I feel like it was like kind of a golden age of the 2000s when you had the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? When we did the Millennial Tour, hearing like B2K do all their underdog hits where everybody was doing like real R&B and having those real conversations. So between like 2002 and like 2008, that was just like the golden age. And then after that, like hip hop came in and was just like, oh, we about to run this shit for years and shit. So now it's like making a resurgence. So
well, y'all, everybody was making fun of hip hop back then. Everybody said hip hop was dead. So like y'all, and it's crazy to see things like the Millennial Tour now because like that lineup was literally everybody who ran the 2000s. Like it's crazy. It was genius for y'all to put that select group of people in the same room one more time because that
nah, for sure.
Really
it was a fun tour. I feel like I would have loved it to go worldwide because I feel like a lot of people outside of just the U.S. love R&B. So we were trying to figure out something to go worldwide with it, But I feel like what we did in America was outstanding for this generation and for millennials. And the millennials showed up and made our dream come true. Our goal was to create a wave of nostalgia across the country. And whoever came to the show, y'all showed up and y'all made sure that it was what we wanted it to be. So, at the end of the day, it's the marriage between the music and the fans and the culture. You know what I'm saying? That makes the whole movement what it is. So, yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man. No, it's everything, whether it was back then or now, like the music, y'all had your finger on the pulse, basically. The music is classic, like for
sure.
Solidified. So you just released a brand new song, Closer. I already see people doing TikTok dances.
I wanna get closer. I wanna get closer. I wanna get closer. Ladies, closer to you. It's out right now on every platform. We actually doing a Closer challenge. If you go to my gram at Mario Worldwide, I just started a Closer challenge a couple days ago on on the gram, but through TikTok, same shit everybody doing, just like making it fun. So make sure y'all check that out. And if you're a dancer out there, let's go.
Let's go. That was all. I know that's all people came here for. You sang, and now they're like, all right.
And then we out.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Hey, there might be some more of that coming up. Y'all just stay tuned. Any
So,
requests?
Oh, hey,
I'm talking.
Go. Yeah,
let us know. I mean, we peep in the comments. We here.
Hell yeah. So how'd that song come together? How do you feel about it? I'm talking about it.
Yeah, for sure. So I got an EP coming out called Closer to Mars. And me and my buddy Tehran, who we did like records together on my previous albums years ago. One of my favorite songs being Music for Love. Now turn me up and let me come through your speakers, blow the sound out of your tweeters, cause baby, if y'all know that record, that's Tehran. We just have a really good chemistry. I like to call him the artist whisperer, because he like really understands how, like, he'll have a whole conversation with you and then 2 minutes later have a track done with his producers and like just have the whole vibe around what you're talking about, you know. And you know, I think when it comes to like artists like myself who really like to write classic but modern R&B, it's like we still like to take the same approach that Quincy and Michael did in the studio, where you have your person that you trust as a creator, as a partner in your writing, as a partner in your production, and your team. Shout out to Sean and Sam too, the producers who produced a lot of the EP with me. You take that and you go in the room and y'all like really take it back to the basics. Conversations about real life shit that you may not trust talking to everybody about. You got to be comfortable with the people you're working with, because that's when the best work is going to come out. So Teron definitely is my guy for that. And Closer really was just us talking about, you know, and this is before social distancing started happening. Right. It's like months ago. We were really just talking about the importance of like not being comfortable in your relationship with a girl you dating. It's like, you know, you can know somebody for 2-3 years, you're dating them, you feel like you know them, right? But like there's always new ways to get to know somebody. There's always another level of intimacy. There's always another level of challenge in a relationship. Right. It should never stop. Because once it stops, once the fun stops, once the interest stops in getting to really know somebody, it's like the relationship kind of dies. You know what I'm saying? Point? So yeah, that was kind of the concept behind Closer that's out right now.
Well, no, that's I love that, and I love that you said, you know, you were taking it back to basics. Like, you know, when you talk about like sports, or whatever, there's always fundamentals, and I think that right. you watch a lot of videos of artists today, whether it's rap or R&B or whatever, and people are banging out songs like it's cool or whatever now to like bang out song after song after song right now, but to have those you know, those basics, sitting down with people, being like, this is the energy we're trying to create, I think is huge, and like almost like a renaissance kind of feeling to approaching music.
Yeah, it's an art. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we got it. Like, I've always been, whether it be my live shows, if you came to the Millennial Tour to see me live, like whether it be live shows or music or even film, like I always approach things from a very artistic standpoint, and I think that's what makes me different. Aside from the distinctive sound of my voice, aside from the types of songs I decide to release, whatever I do, I try to make it refreshing and fresh, and just, you know, my own explanation or idea of what R&B is. You know what I'm saying? When I did Break Up, like that was like, you know, me like, yo, I want to try something. I want to try to have this conversation, you know, in a different way. Let's put Gucci on it and make it, you know, different for my fans. Let's make it exciting. So, you know, even approaching Closer with the type of melodies we did, it was like, all right, how do we merge having a conversation but also keeping it sexy? You know what I'm saying? Keeping it vibey, something that dudes can vibe to, something that girls would love to, you know, get dressed to before they go out. Like, you know, it's like, who do I want listening to my music? Like, what type of woman do I want listening to my music? How do I want people to feel when they hear it? Like, all of that goes into the creative process.
Of course, and I like that's a new conversation that really isn't had in music. You know, like you have the songs for the club, or you have the breakup songs.
Yes, sir.
You know, after 2-3 years of a relationship, you know, it's not too often people are still trying to find new ways to talk about that, make it sexy, like you said. So that's awesome that this is.
And we got everything on this album. Like, the album's called Closer to Mars, or the EP. It's called Closer to Mars. It's gonna be like 7 songs. And I got a fall album coming out. I got like 3 or 4 albums worth of content. I'm excited now because I just finished my new distribution deal, like as an independent artist. So I'm like excited to put out all this music I got, and really just to tune my fans back into my frequency. Of course. You know what I'm saying? I think more than ever, you know, merging what I've learned, the energy that I carry, and who I am as a being into my music, giving my fans a different experience. I'm also developing my site right now and be doing a lot of live virtual things through my site, where fans can win prizes, money, also hear good music, get exclusive content. So it's going to be an exciting year, despite all that we're experiencing right now.
That's incredible. Do we have a release date for the EP?
Yeah, it's going to be late summer. I don't have the exact date yet because I'm putting another single out before it, and then I'm releasing a single with the EP. So we're just lining up those dates. But right now,
we got a lot of things
out. Yeah. What you say?
I say we got a lot of things on the way.
Man, so much music, man. Like, y'all never about to be starved of Mario music again. I promise y'all that. It's about to be lit, and R&B is definitely alive. It was actually buried alive. Like, a lot of people say, well, R&B dead. Nah, it was buried alive. Everybody buried it because of the it's like it's like when you have a certain genre of music that's being consumed more than the others, people assume that it's dead, or people assume that you're not making music, or people assume things. But if you go and look at the track list, I've released music throughout the years. You know, it's just a matter of how competitive the music was. Some music was a different genre because I have so many different vibes. Like I'm like one of those artists. It's like I'm like a garden. You know what I'm saying? It's just different flowers in the garden. It's just like what you want. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, all right, let me focus these and put songs on project that fit together so that fans understand the different plethora of styles that I have. Because I never think you should be one dimensional as an artist. You should use art as a way to get your ideas out, you know, things that you want to say, whether it be just from a musical standpoint or the actual content in the music. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Of course.
The energy behind it.
You were preserving it. You were preserving it, and now it's time for it to shine.
Man, I can't wait.
So going back to a lot of content on your Instagram. So at the beginning of the month, you were doing meditations for everybody to get together. Is that well, obviously it seems like that's something you're very big into. Can we expect more of that? What's going to be coming in terms of that sort of rollout?
Yeah. So to kind of talk about that, you know, I spent a lot of time over the past 10 years of my life kind of like working on myself as a being, stepping back from the music scene. A lot of people are like, what were you doing in your time? It's kind of hard to explain what happens to a person when they're exposed to the world. Coming from a place like Baltimore, and you see the world, but you're also learning like what your truth is as a spiritual being, you know, and you want to dive into that. So I took some time to dive into that understanding, not knowing why I wanted to. My spirit was calling for me to really dive into myself at that time. And, you know, now I understand for times like these where, you know, a lot is happening in the world, a lot of different opinions of why and what's happening, you know, and being a person that is connected to myself in a certain way, I'm able to dive into that place where I find the answers for myself. And I just feel like the energy on the planet right now and what we're going through, you know, it's like this balancing act happening, right? So for me, I like to share with my fans and people who are ready to receive it, my process of kind of staying grounded and staying in a healing place during this time and not allowing the media or the news and all this stuff that we're fed constantly to dictate and what I'm feeling and where my spirit is at and how I say balanced I am within myself. Because unfortunately, you know, there are forces out there. There's a lot going on where, you know, people are trying to shift people into this more fear-based lifestyle. And for me, I'm here to restore balance. My thing is always about balance. Every time that I've taken that route in my life, I found my way. So I'm not going to stop now. And I like to share that with my fans.
That's incredible. I think it's so important and crucial right now. You know, people, you know, everybody is out there trying to support and do things, but a lot of stuff is money involved. And, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day who said, I wish there were more things we could do that was just for the people, just for the community.
Yeah.
And that's awesome that you're allowing a space for everybody to come through, kind of just make everyone still for a second.
Yeah. I think right now, what I'm working on with a couple of friends of mine who work in the philanthropic space, you know, there's a lot of organizations that I've worked with over the years that I've either given money to or they've been asking for me to use my profile or my base to kind of help them promote whatever they're doing. But a lot of times I just feel like the monies aren't spent in the right places, right? So how do we really create a plumbing, the plumbing for change, you know, where anything can be tapped into that plumbing and it can be delivered? Just like these big corporations and the Instagrams of the world and all, they have plumbing for making sure that we are locked in to their, you know, their forms. Like, what plumbing can we create to make sure people are locked into a more healthy lifestyle, healing when it comes to inner city, especially where I'm from in Baltimore. So for me, it's like, all right, I want to create a community rehabilitation deck, right? And then I'm going to put this thing together and I want to reach out to multiple organizations and have some real resources geared towards helping block by block, city by city, like these funneling these specific platforms to help people in whatever way they need help. You know, that's the only way I really say that we have to take control of our communities and take control of how the monies are being spent and not just giving them to these big organizations.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, you can read online. You know, you see, look what happened in Haiti when people were given. I'm not gonna mention the exact foundation, but I think y'all know what I'm talking about. When they were given these big all this money, and they're like, where does this money go?
Where did it go?
Right. So how do we control that? How do we make sure that the monies are going in the right place? And you know, and also there's a lot of smart people out there that are like Avengers. Like I feel like there's people who know about, you know, natural healings. I feel like there's people who know about medicine. There's people who know about the yogas of the world. There's people who know about mental health. Getting all these people together to come up with these specific community rehabilitation programs that people can tap into so that they can learn how to heal. And then once people start healing, now you have people who are thinking on a different level. Yeah. You know, you have people that are now excited about life, eating healthier foods. You know, how do we get the farmers market and all these healthier foods that are like, I can go to Air One and I can go to Whole Foods, but people that I know that can't afford that, like, how do we get affordable food? Like, so those are the things I think we need in order to help people stand on their own 2 feet, you know, to even have the energy to create, you know, to go out and work hard and, like, you know, just have a better community. You know what I'm saying? I think it starts with mental health. I think it starts with the physical part of it, the spiritual part of it, and then we just keep building from there. But we have to drive that. So that's kind of my goal over the next, you know, 2 to 5 years.
Hell yeah, no, that's huge. And I'm glad that it's a long-term goal for you. It's not something that we can do overnight, because that's where the foundation starts, is really coming together and really building that ground up and from within, really. So I appreciate everything that you said there. That's huge. So I'm excited to see where that goes. On a lighter note, is there anything you've been doing, you know, just to keep busy? New hobbies you picked up? TV?
Man, I got a house full of puppies right now because I wasn't able to, like, get rid of them, because, like, a lot stopped because of the quarantine shit. So my puppy's been here. I've been writing a lot. I've been still mixing my project that's coming out. Really just been laser focusing on the creative side of things, right? So writing a lot. I got a couple scripts that I've been writing. Some really dope content. I just finished. I'm finishing an animated video right now for the single Closer.
Nice.
Yeah, bro. Just really been enjoying this time too. Like, from just the world and, like, traveling every day, and even being on set shooting with Empire. That was fun. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much over right now. So
right.
Yeah, it's just like I just been at the crib, bro. I haven't been home like this in a while. I've been living in Chicago, you know, so it feels good to be in my own space, kind of just like
shout out Chicago,
away from everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. I gotta say, with Empire.
So hold on, what you gonna do with the Jack Daniels? You just pulling out? They sponsored this or something?
Yes, it's sponsored. I mean, are we? We can crack it.
I don't really got. Man. Honestly, I need to stack up. I don't got nothing in here. Go ahead, take a shot for us one time. Take a shot for the people one time.
We'll do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Do that for Jack.
I see Jack Daniels all on the back.
We gotta do a thing for Jack. So what's the point of talking about him if we're not gonna?
Yeah, man. Go ahead, take a swig for the. You know what I'm saying?
For Jack Daniels. Thank you, Mario.
Take a little shout out. Closer out right now. You know,
Closer out right now. That was not a part of my notes. My notes did not say.
She said, "Go take a shot of water."
Actually, I came prepared. In the Jack Daniels cup, there is water in it.
Oh man, crazy.
So I'm good. I gotta say, for whatever, I don't know what you. I'm gonna just come clean. I don't really watch TV too much, so I didn't watch Power, but I guarantee you have my mother screaming at the TV every time.
You didn't watch Empire?
Empire. I'm sorry. Yeah. Excuse me, not Power. See, this is why I shouldn't have taken the Jack. That's why I shouldn't have taken the.
Man, don't blame it on the Jack. But yeah, man, you know, it's
Empire. Excuse me.
It was really abrupt, the ending, the way it ended. But, you know, again, for me, it was just practice. You know what I'm saying? Just something else to put on my resume that I felt like was a part of the culture in a big way. They had a great run. You know, not a lot of shows have, 6-7 season runs. So, it was a good look on that tip. So, and it was motivating as far as an actor and a writer and a creator, to come in on that tip and kind of see how it's done.
Not a lot of people knew that you weren't just acting on the show.
Say it again.
Not a lot of people knew that you were doing more than just acting on the show.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Like, singing, acting, working a little bit behind the scenes, but like, again, it's all a part of the story and building my own empire, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got shows that I'm working on right now. some scripted things I'm working on, some just regular film ideas that I'll probably be partnering on with some other people on. So it's gonna be an exciting couple of years, man. It's a lot of cool things happening right now. As far as like my career goes, definitely still music, touring. They need to stop playing and open anything back up.
Yeah.
When it's right. I mean,
Right.
getting that, but yeah, like I'm ready to hit the road again and really get out here and just like do what I'm supposed to do, man. God gave me all this talent.
Right. No,
It's
I
time
mean,
to
like I said, like I wasn't at the beginning. It wasn't hype for nothing. Like you are definitely
right.
one of the greats. Like you
She
are.
said somebody said put a meditation album out. That's a
Ooh,
good idea, and
that's
I've
a
been thinking about
fire.
it. If y'all look behind me, I got my chakra bowls right here. I use those a lot when it comes to like meditating and like really clearing the chakra field and things of that nature. So I might do that. I might put something like that together.
That's a good idea. So you did say that before the EP comes out, you do have one more single that you're gonna drop.
Yeah, I'm dropping two. I'm gonna drop one within the next like month and a half, 2 months, and then I'm gonna drop another one on top of the EP. Yeah.
Is there any way we could get a sneak peek or hear what that sounds like?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be doing it exclusively through my site. I'm gonna post about it. I'm actually gonna post a snippet of it, and then I'm gonna be doing a sneak peek on my site for fans who log in. So y'all just stay tuned. Follow me on the gram, Mario Worldwide. Yeah, I would love to work with Janae. She's amazing. And I've known her for years. We haven't seen each other in a while, but Janae is fine. Somebody mentioned Janae. She's amazing. So yeah, man, I'm gonna be doing it through my site.
Excellent.
Through my I got this whole virtual thing I'm putting together, so it's going down soon.
I'm excited to see what
Y'all gotta tune in, man. Fuck with your boy. Somebody said Pretty Mouth Magic, so you already know. Somebody already know what the vibe is. Go to my gram, and you can check out. I posted it a couple days ago. I got a red shirt on. It's one of the records that I'm releasing, so it's called Pretty Mouth Magic. That's like if trap and R&B was on Mars. That's what it sounds like.
Okay. All right.
The EP title is called Closer to Mars. Okay. My name Mario means Mars. A lot of people don't know that, but my name means Mars. And so like I got a song called Mars on the actual album, which is more like a ballad, classic R&B. Like it takes you back to like Mario, Braid My Hair Mario. Like the falsetto, the metaphoric writing, like that whole vibe.
Right.
That's what Mars is. So Closer is the first single. Mars will probably be the single I drop on top of the album. Pretty Mouth Magic in between. But I also got other records. But Pretty Mouth Magic, though, that's just, I don't know, that's just a spot, man. Shout out to Teron and my homies Ayo and Keys. Shout out to them. So it's about to go down crazy, man. I know the ladies need something to feel sexy to dance to.
There you go.
To play. I got you all day. That's what I'm here for. That's what I've been here for.
So because Mario means Mars, are we also getting closer to you?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what it is. I ain't even had to say it. I only just figured it out.
Well, hey Mario, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me and give us, everything that you have.
Already.
Safe out here. I can't wait to see what you got coming out, what you're releasing.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Everything on the meditation and all that on that tip as well. I'm excited for all that. So it was good to chop it up with you.
Full spectrum, bro. Full spectrum. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for having me. The new single Closer is out right now. So stay tuned for the site. We're gonna be doing some live performances on my new site. We're gonna be doing like giveaways, merch giveaways, all of that. So, and we're gonna be doing some like money raffles and everything because I know like a lot of people, are out of jobs right now. And I'm just like trying to figure out how to use my platform to help give back. And I know where the money's going. So, y'all make sure y'all